Hello. Hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. We just saw how an earthquake, a 7.5 magnitude earthquake, has struck Alaska. And there are tsunami warnings that have went out. You may say, Gina, what are you talking about? Tsunami warnings. Well, tsunami warnings from the 7.5 earthquake that has just struck Alaska. Let's read about this. A tsunami warning issued following a 7.5 magnitude earthquake off Alaska Peninsula. This was Anchorage Daily News published 54 minutes ago. A magnitude 7.5 earthquake struck in the North Pacific Ocean Monday afternoon, triggering a tsunami warning along the Alaska Peninsula coast. The earthquake struck about 62 miles southeast of Sandpoint at 12:54 p.m. According to the Geological Survey, the area is about 575 miles southwest of Anchorage. The earthquake triggered a tsunami warning for areas along the Alaskan Peninsula coastline, according to the U.S. Tsunami Warning Center. And the warning extended from Kennedy Entrance, 40 miles southwest of Homer, to a Unimak Pass, 80 miles northeast of Unalaska. And the warning does not include that. So, yeah, if you're just tuning in, they had a big earthquake. And I'm sure if any of you have watched Dutch Sense lately, I haven't watched him lately, but I have several friends who do. There's lots of people who watch him. I'm sure he's probably talked about this big earthquake that just happened in Alaska. There was a craft of a secret surf fired up the main engines at full power, and they're mostly Palladians. Yes, you just seen it. Yes. I remember the last time they had a really bad earthquake. It was years and years ago when Alaska had a real bad earthquake. And we lived in Hawaii. And, you know, when you're in the military and you move from station to station, you get rid of excess things that you don't need. It just so happened I found these VHS tapes. And they were live. It was documentation that the military had done on the actual earthquakes that was in Alaska from way back then. I'm thinking, did I get rid of that? But yeah, that's a big earthquake. You all, this is a gigantic earthquake that has just taken place. An enormous earthquake. Look, it's all over the news now. A tsunami warning is in effect. So if the earthquake is there, look, a major magnitude, boom, right there, a major magnitude 7.5 earthquake to add to what's happening already. Yes. Well, you're welcome. I was just sitting in front of the fire with my husband, and he got a notification on his phone, and I thought, oh my goodness, are you serious? So he is serious. It happened. And you can see it up here if you live in Alaska. Boom. So if it's there, the pressure's got to be released somewhere else, and I wonder what Dutch Sense said, where the pressure needs to be released. Yeah, we need to pray for them. You are a military vet, retired. Yeah, I think I had 3 cassette tapes, and it was really it was some catastrophic damage that they documented, and I wanted to take it to a library or to some historical place because I know there's hardly any footage of stuff like that. You live in Alaska, Nara Afflicta. Are doing okay there? Did you feel it? Yeah. You got on here, you've been to Alaska, and you've been there one, and you pray for them. Yeah, well, if you're just tuning in, a major 7.5 earthquake has just struck Alaska this afternoon. Well, this one is 1 hour and 28 minutes ago, so I think Alaska's at least 3 hours, they're at least 3 hours ahead of me, or behind me, so it's over there. So yeah, they've got tsunami warnings out, is what they've got. There's a little net. Look, prompts a tsunami warnings. Yeah, so you can go anywhere. Juneau, Alaska reported. They all say the same thing. It reported. Let me do this. A reported 7.5 magnitude earthquake off Alaska Peninsula on Monday prompted tsunami warnings for a vast swath of communities, leading some schools to evacuate. Oh, wow. Some schools to evacuate and send students to higher ground. You know, that's really, it's really dangerous. It really is. It says, though, Raynell Gardner, a secretary at Sandpoint School in the Aleutians East Borough School District, said things are hectic because this is an evacuation point. So the children had to be evacuated and took to higher grounds in Alaska. And it was the Kenai Peninsula School, too. The Kenai Peninsula Brown School District were evacuating to higher ground on Twitter. And the police in King Cove sent out an alert urging the residents in the coastal area to move inland to higher ground. They're going to have to move inland because that water is coming. And that tsunami, well, we've saw, I think it was the tsunami that came, was it Indonesia or something on Christmas Day, and it literally went and hundreds of thousands of people were gone. Now, that's absolutely horrific. Yeah. Yeah, Fancy, where is Dutch predicting? He predicts earthquakes and, oh, yeah. So, yeah, Dutch Sense, you can find him on the YouTube. You can find him on the Facebook. You can find him practically anywhere. But he said they turn off the monitoring stations at night because he goes to the monitoring stations to use their equipment or whatever, you know, the data, and they turn it off because he's on to the predictions, but he's really good at him. I used to listen to him all the time several years ago. So you can check him out. You can find him. You really can find Dutch Sense. They tried to shut him down quite a while back, many times, threatened his life, his family, and everything. But yeah, so yeah, he's on the internet. Okay, so yeah, yeah. But what we know, yeah, watch the whole east and west coast. They say that something's coming. So yeah. Okay, so look, here you can go. So look, you can go see very large earthquake, magnitude 7.5 tsunami. So I'm telling you, he's an expert. He's got it all pinned out. All you would have to do is just go over to his YouTube channel, but I'm not going to it because I'm not, yeah. Yeah, you go to it. He has 446,000 subscribers on there, and he's on top of it. But yeah, we need to pray for the people there and for the other people with the tsunami coming, because that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. They're going to lose their livelihoods, their homes. And I'm sure they're very frightened because this is unexpected for a lot of people. You can always prepare, but you can never be prepared enough for what's coming. You can't, because you never know what's coming nowadays. You're very welcome. It's that's a big earthquake. It's a really big earthquake. Okay. Oh, this is really neat too, because you can go to the buoy. They have a place where you can watch the buoys in the ocean when they start moving. Oh shoot! It said something went wrong. Anyhow, let me show you this. Right here, there's a site on the internet that you can go to, and you literally can see these buoys moving, and tells you when the water is moving. So it's really neat. That's how they tell out. They got these things floating in the water with sensors on them, and I think it's absolutely wonderful that they have all these tools that they can use to alert people and to alert the authorities to help get people out of danger. You're very welcome. This is important, and I hope that we don't hear of more things that are coming unexpected, but we could. Anything's possible. It really is, but certainly we need to keep them in our thoughts. We need to keep them in our prayers. we need to hold space for them because I'm sure a lot of them are fearful, especially the little children. And I don't like to see children afraid. I don't. Hello, everyone. So if you're just tuning in, there was a large earthquake that happened in Alaska, right here. Look at the San Francisco Chronicle. So it was big. It really was. So you can see that right there. Yeah, and if you were to look at it, there it is right there. You can even go to images. You can go to images. This is like the type of destruction that earthquake does. You know, it makes roads impassable. It destroys homes. It just destroys everything in its path when earthquakes strike. They're nothing to mess around with. It's nothing to mess around with. It's not. And if they're giving you a warning that a tsunami is coming and you need to evacuate to higher ground, you better listen. Otherwise, there'll be no more you. Okay, you may get swept away in that tsunami, and no one would ever see you ever again. So yeah, please heed the warnings. Yeah, you all. This is and I don't have much more to say on it at all. I don't. I just wanted to get on here really fast. That there was a terrible earthquake that has just struck off the coast of Alaska. You can see it right here. And a tsunami warning is issued. And with that being said, I am going to go. I'm going to go. And thank you all for the comments. Thanks for tuning in. We can certainly do our part by praying for them and thinking positive thoughts and preparing ourselves because we don't know. We don't know. Yeah. So it's a wake-up call for a lot of people. It really is. Yeah. You're also very welcome. You're so very welcome. I am going to go, but I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and you check it out yourself. You can do your own search on the internet, and you can read up, and you can keep up to date, and you can prepare for the inevitable in any way that you feel you need to. You may not be able to be prepared enough, but at least some preparedness is better than none, okay? It is. It's better than none. Thank you all.